This is Season 3, Episode 5 of the Emberhart podcast, the space where we forge resilient character and empower the next generation of girls and women to lead with courage. So, let's not waste a single minute and let us jump right into it. Dear Amelia Emberhart, why self-compassion matters more than self-esteem? In a world that constantly encourages us to be exceptional, it is easy to believe that our worth depends on being better than everyone else. We compare ourselves to successful entrepreneurs, celebrities, influencers, and carefully curated social media personas. We look at their highlights and compare them to our everyday reality. Unsurprisingly, we often come away feeling inadequate. This is one of the key insights from Self-Compassion by Kristin Neff, a groundbreaking book that offers a different path to emotional well-being. Rather than chasing self-esteem through achievement, comparison, and perfection, Neff suggests something far more sustainable: self-compassion. The problem with needing to feel special. Most of us want to see ourselves as above average. Psychologists even have a name for this tendency: the Lake-Wobegon effect. Studies have found that the majority of people rate themselves as better than average drivers, teachers, friends, and even more objective than others. The problem is obvious. Not everyone can be above average all the time. When our sense of worth depends on being exceptional, we are forced into a constant cycle of comparison. We need to keep proving ourselves. We need to maintain a positive self-image. And when that image is threatened, we often respond by blaming others, denying our mistakes, or defending ourselves at all costs. This pursuit of self-esteem can come with unexpected side effects: narcissism, self-absorption, anger, and fragile confidence that crumbles under criticism. Self-compassion offers another way. What self-compassion really means? Compassion is not simply feeling sorry for someone. It involves three important elements: recognizing suffering clearly and honestly, responding with kindness and care, remembering our shared humanity as imperfect and vulnerable human beings. Self-compassion applies these same principles inward. It means recognizing our own pain instead of ignoring it. It means treating ourselves kindly when we fail rather than launching into harsh self-criticism. It means letting go of unrealistic expectations and remembering that mistakes are part of being human. Instead of asking, "What is wrong with me?" self-compassion asks, "How can I support myself through this difficult moment?" The hidden cost of self-criticism. Many people believe self-criticism is necessary for success. We tell ourselves that being hard on ourselves will keep us motivated and prevent future mistakes. Yet self-criticism often functions as a form of self-protection. If we criticize ourselves first, perhaps nobody else can hurt us. We beat others to the punch. We hope that by pointing out our own flaws, we can somehow soften the judgment we fear from others. For many people, this pattern begins in childhood. When criticism is used as a primary motivational tool, children may learn that love and acceptance depend on performance. They begin to believe that perfection is required to be worthy. As adults, these beliefs often remain. We become both the critic and the criticized. We judge ourselves mercilessly while simultaneously feeling superior for having such high standards. The result is rarely growth. More often it is anxiety, shame, and chronic dissatisfaction. Highly self-critical people frequently struggle in relationships as well. Because they judge themselves so harshly, they often assume others are doing the same. Neutral comments can feel like criticism. Small misunderstandings can escalate into unnecessary conflict. Stop fighting yourself. One of the most powerful lessons from Neff's work is surprisingly simple. Do not beat yourself up for beating yourself up. Many people notice their self-critical thoughts and then become frustrated with themselves for having them. This only creates another layer of suffering. Instead, become curious. Why is this self-critical voice here? What is it trying to accomplish? Often it is simply attempting to protect you, even if it's doing so in an unhelpful way. When we understand our self-criticism with compassion rather than condemnation, we create space for change. The three components of self-compassion. According to Kristin Neff, self-compassion consists of three core elements. 1. Self-kindness. Self-kindness means responding to our mistakes and shortcomings with understanding rather than judgment. It means replacing relentless self-criticism with encouragement and care. But self-kindness is more than simply avoiding harshness. It involves actively comforting ourselves, much as we would comfort a dear friend who is struggling. When life feels overwhelming, we can pause and acknowledge, this is really hard right now. That simple recognition often softens suffering immediately. We are no longer fighting reality. We are meeting it with kindness. 2. Common humanity. Many of us believe that our struggles isolate us from others. We think everyone else has it figured out while we are alone in failing. Self-compassion reminds us that imperfection is part of the shared human experience. Every person experiences disappointment, loss, mistakes, uncertainty, and pain. Recognizing this truth helps us feeling connected rather than isolated. We are not uniquely flawed. We are human. 3. Mindfulness. Mindfulness allows us to observe our experiences without becoming overwhelmed by them. It means noticing our pain without suppressing it and without exaggerating it. Mindfulness creates the awareness necessary for self-compassion. We cannot respond kindly to suffering if we refuse to acknowledge that it exists. Becoming your own secure pace. One of the most beautiful ideas in self-compassion is that we can learn to become a source of support for ourselves. Children who receive consistent comfort and care from their parents develop secure attachment. They learn that they are worthy of love and that support is available when they need it. As adults, we can cultivate a similar sense of security through self-kindness. When we consistently respond to ourselves with understanding, patience, and encouragement, we begin to feel worthy of care and acceptance. We create an inner environment of safety rather than fear. A different inner dialogue. Perhaps the most practical application of self-compassion is changing the way we speak to ourselves. Instead of judgment, we can ask, what am I observing right now? What am I feeling? What do I need in this moment? Is there a request I can make of myself or someone else? The goal is not to eliminate judgment through judgmental thoughts completely. That is unlikely to happen. The goal is to stop treating those thoughts as unquestionable truth. We can notice them without encouraging them. We can hear them without believing them. And over time, we can replace them with a kinder, wiser voice. Final thoughts. The pursuit of self-esteem often leaves us exhausted, comparing ourselves to impossible standards and constantly trying to prove our worth. Self-compassion offers something different. It asks us to acknowledge our suffering, treat ourselves with kindness, and remember that imperfection is part of the human experience. Far from making us weak or complacent, self-compassion gives us the emotional resilience to face life's challenges honestly and courageously. Perhaps the most radical thing we can do is stop treating ourselves as enemies and start treating ourselves as someone worthy of care. Because we are. This is your moment. Take command and show us the path. Thank you for joining me today. If this episode sparked a new insight, please share it with a friend or leave a review to help others find us. You can find more resources at emberhart.com. Keep showing up, keep thinking. See you next week.